Understanding your relationship with food. Over the course of time, everybody begins to develop certain habits. We develop habits in all areas of our lives. We develop hygiene habits, food habits, work habits, and all sorts of other types of habits. However, our habits are usually pretty oblivious to us until they begin to affect us negatively. And even then, when we begin to understand that we are being poorly impacted by our habits, it can be very difficult to change them, because that is what a habit is like. A habit is something that we do almost unconsciously. We are programmed to follow these habits, and it takes a great amount of willpower to break free from the cycle. Once you begin to understand that your relationship with food has everything to do with the habits that you have created and habits that you continue to mold and cultivate, then it becomes far easier to change your mindset. When you realize the impact and importance of your future and making positive choices about these things, it can make you more primed toward healthy eating and less inclined to make choices that negatively impact you and your future. To be truthful, many of us seem to consider the future bleak. We do not see reason enough to change our habits, because if we do not believe that we have anything good to look forward to, then it doesn't matter whether we make good choices or not. We do not see how we can actually pave our future to be in our best interest, probably because we do not believe that we have any power over our lives. If you can relate to this feeling, don't be alarmed. It is very common to the human experience. We are generally discouraged from taking control and utilizing our power from an early age, and sometimes stopped believing that we have any authority over our lives, because we are usually told what to do by other people. As children, that makes sense. Children don't always know what is best for them, but it can encourage a very helpless type of mindset that causes us to have a hard time understanding that the consequences of our actions can truly begin to shape who we are and how we present ourselves to the world. That is why it is important to truly take steps to help you understand yourself and your dietary habits. When did your habit begin? How did you form that habit? Why? What benefits do you have from this habit? What negative effects do you have from this habit? Ask yourself as many of these questions as you possibly can, so that you begin to truly have an understanding of how it is that you are shaping your future with the food that you are eating. Are you creating a healthy and energized future? Or are you creating a future that is bleak and potentially full of negative health consequences? Next, evaluate your sense of self-discipline. Are you capable of maintaining discipline over your choices? Or is this an area where you struggle? Discipline can be difficult for everybody, and if you find yourself having a hard time staying disciplined, it would do you well to look into different ways that you are able to encourage yourself to be a more disciplined person, both in practice and mentally. Only then will you truly have what it takes to begin a journey of healthy eating, because whether we like it or not, bad health choices are everywhere. They are easy, and they are addicting. If we allow ourselves to be swayed by these poor choices and do nothing to change our habits, then it doesn't matter whether you eat healthy sometimes or not. The negative effects will still be gripping your body and waiting to spring up on you when you least expect it. In a way, unhealthy eating is a self-destructive pattern that a lot of us take part in. Whether this is because of poor self-esteem or simply because we are unhappy with our situations and have no faith in the future, self-destructive eating patterns are dangerous. You have to look at yourself and truly value your life and your future before eating healthy will stick. There are many ways that you can do this, and if possible, you may even want to consult a mental health professional for support. Sometimes they can help us to see biases and negative patterns in our lives that we remain oblivious to. Once those are understood and accepted, then it can be that much easier to overcome them and take the steps that you need to take in order to make positive choices. Whether you seek out the help of a qualified professional or not, there are many things that you can do to change your mindset. As long as you understand that you are worthy of a healthy body and a positive future, then you will allow yourself to take the steps necessary to get there. But if you do not feel good about yourself, it is going to be a lot harder. Overall, understanding yourself, your habits, your mental roadblocks, and your discipline will help you in your journey. All of us can take steps every day toward becoming our best possible selves, and healthy eating is one great step in that direction. And it is a step we can take today.